Hey everybody, my name is Noah, and today I'm going to go over how to set up the welcome message in ManyChat. The welcome message is going to be that first message that people see after they click get started to talk to you. So you can set this up to be in your ads or posts, and this is also what's going to be on your business page. Like if they click to message you, this is what will pop up. So it's a great way to start building rapport and to funnel people to the right area without you spending any time with them. If you're new to my page, make sure you join the Facebook group to be around other realtors who are like-minded and are crushing it using social media. And if you're interested in learning how to use Facebook groups to start bringing in leads without spending a cent, you can click the link in the description and just download that PDF, tell you exactly what to do. So with all that, I'm just super excited. Let's dive into the video. All right, so to get started, we're gonna hop into ManyChat here. And if you don't really know what that is, I've got some other videos on that. I don't wanna take up the time to explain it again. You can just go check out those videos. So you're gonna have your page up here, and we're gonna scroll down to automation here. And once we click on that, we're gonna click on welcome message. And once that loads, we're gonna have just a blank message here, and we can click on that and we can start editing over here on the left-hand side. So we're able to just type in here. Usually for the welcome message, I'll do like a buy a home flow, a sell a home flow. And by the way, flows are the different conversations that we can have. So I'll do a buy a home, a sell a home, and then maybe like some kind of lead magnet. You know, if that's like 15 steps to buying a house, or 10 steps to selling your home, something like that. And I talk a lot more about this in the Facebook Blueprint program. So in this one, I'm just going to kind of gloss over it. I want to mostly show you how to get this set up and how you can create it for yourself. So this is the first message that people will see right away here. So we can just go, hey, and then I just want to show you we can create some personalization. So if we click these middle brackets here, we can do like a first name, last name, full name, page name, lots of different options here. Last seen, last interacted, gender. So you can go hey male or hey female. So you have lots of options here. I like to just do first name because that's a lot less weird than most of those. So you can do hey first name, I'll just say what's up. So obviously here you can just start your spiel a little bit, and then we'll go click below to make your choice. And then we can add some emojis. So this little smiley face here is a great place to add some emojis, whatever we want. So here's obviously where you would kind of introduce yourself and prompt your visitor to pick if they're looking to buy, sell, or whatever. So then we can click on this button here, and now buttons are what your visitor, their choice, right? So here's where you'd put buy a house, I'm looking to sell a house, and everything like that. So I'll just name it, option 1. So I want to show you what we can do with the buttons. Okay, so when they tap that, we have a few different choices. We can send them another message. We can open a website. We can have them call a number. We can perform an action, and I'll explain that a little bit more in detail. We can start another flow. These are some pro options: smart delay, randomizer. We can send them a text if we have their phone number, and it can send them an email if we have their email. So those are all great options. What I typically do is I'll do send a text, send an email, or send a message, or open a website. So I'm going to show you with this one. We can just say send a message. So once they click this option, this message is going to pop up, right? So then we get to go from there. So if this was buy a home, we could say, okay, great. What's a good phone number? Or you could say, okay, are you pre-approved? All of that. And again, in that Facebook Blueprint, I kind of go over like exactly the psychology that we want to use to go through this, to build rapport and to get those questions answered. But here we'll just say, sounds good. Just for an example. Obviously we can type in whatever we want, and then we can click the button again to set something else, or we can come back to our first message here, and we can give them a second option, right? So we can have button number 2, right? And this might be website. I'm just going to say it as website. So I'm going to show you exactly how we can send them to a website. So once we click on this button here, we have our options again, and we'll just click open website. So then we just need a URL address here. So we can just type in an address here, click add a link. If this is, if you're a lender and you want to get them pre-approved, if there's a link that you have to get them started online, or whatever the case, maybe you have a listing and this is a link to a page on it or something like that. You can just add the link there and you click done. Right, so now when they click that, it's going to open up and send them right to a different website. For our third option here, I want to show you we can perform an action. Okay, and this is a bit more complex, but this is super great way to stay in touch with these people automatically. So we're going to click perform an action. Right, so this is something that happens that is not going to be sent to the lead, but this is like a behind the scenes thing. Okay, so we can click add an action and we'll click plus here. And now we have so many different options here. We can add a tag, we can remove a tag, we can subscribe them to a sequence. So what that is so like the tag is like a label for them. So if they're buyers, you can add the tag of buyer, right? So now in your database, you have all of your buyers, all your sellers listed. What I like to do is subscribe people to a sequence. So let's say this option was buy a home, right? So I would subscribe them to the buy a home sequence. And what that does is that'll set them up on a tickler system to receive messages from me, to position myself as an expert to help buyers and to get them to reach out to me when they are ready to buy. So that's a pretty cool thing. You can make any different sequence you want, and I'll have another video on how to create the sequences so you can kind of see. And again, that's something that if you join the Facebook Blueprint, that's just given to you. But so that'll add them to a sequence, and then we'll want to make sure we click here, the next step, and we'll just click send a message again. And this would just be in response to this, in response to the button they push. So if that's, we'll just say cool. Oops. Whatever it is that we'd want to send. So that's kind of a quick overview on how to create a welcome message and to create some different options, and how to open websites, send a message response instantly, and to set them up and perform an action and either subscribe them to a sequence, add a tag, all that different stuff. So I hope that helps out. Make sure you click the link to get the free step-by-step checklist, how to start generating leads using Facebook groups. And make sure you join my Facebook group just to, again, be around other realtors who are crushing it, and kind of have a support system. So make sure you implement this, and let's go out there and crush it.